Once-in-a-decade change of guard at the top. What is handed over to Xi Jinping and Li Keqiang is a country full of promise, but written with problems. The biggest challenge is from within the party. And that is where they start with a trip to the past. The central leadership began their governing by paying tributes to the nation's founders at the National Museum. It is here Mr. Xi announced his vision.
One's fate is determined by his choice of path. Our choice is to revitalize the Chinese nation. That is our China dream.
The dream asks for a change of style, which is simplicity. Mr. Xi and Li launched a campaign against extravagance and waste. They reduced the red tape, limited the use of government cars, and allowed no banquets, no mooncakes, and not even a gift card on the government's bill. The move was quick and unexpected.
And actually, there was a lot of over 300 so-called approvals. Government approvals has been cut or delegated to the local government or simply given to the society.
The top leaders decided to lead by example to make change happen. They showed up at the grassroots and made decisions. Losing touch with the base is the last thing the CPC needs in a time of reform. By talking to ministers and governors, they asked them to do soul-searching and self-criticizing. The corrupt officials were brought down on an unprecedented scale. According to the CPC's disciplinary department, 18 minister-level officials were sacked this year. And in December alone, every day saw a corrupt official being investigated upon. The message from Xi and Li is clear. When they said they would deal with corrupt tigers, they meant it. But the change of substance is even more difficult. The top priority is to steer the country's economy off reliance on export and investment. But the key is the redefinition of government.
The government must be slimmer. It feels like cutting yourself. It hurts, but it's what the people want and what the country needs.
In order to do that, the government needs to step back and let the market step up. But that means they will have to take on the entrenched interest groups head on. They need a game-changer moment. In December, the CPC held a plenum in Beijing to map out the reforms.
This government also talked about the governance, not management of the society. I think that's also a major challenge. But at the same time, it's also a major, a change of mindset.
Indeed, big changes are taking hold. Government is now more hands-off in economic fields. Big state-owned enterprises are facing harsher competitions. China's one-child policy was eased and labor camps scrapped. And those are just the beginning of sweeping social and economic transformations. Mr. Xi and Mr. Li will at the helm of this nation for the next 10 years. That gives them the chance to think big. The reforms on their mind are challenging and painful. The costs will be high. But deep down, they understand the cost of inaction will be even higher.